Good afternoon, folks, and welcome. I am Sean in Alaska. It is awesome to have you here today. Do me a favor, real quick. Let me get this thing going here, the banner. And let me know how the audio and video is before we get things started. Hopefully, I got everything ironed out because last week was kind of a nightmare. And while I am streaming live from Funny River, Alaska, I am watching Rob and Sarah at Curmudgeon with their, I know you guys can't really see that. They're live, and they just had a live turkey drop. Audio and video is good. Scott says, awesome. I'm going to scroll right back to the top here. But first, sunrise is at 9:29 a.m. Sunsets at 4:14 p.m. for a total of 6 hours and 47 minutes of daylight and a loss of about 4 minutes over yesterday. Today's low was 13. The high is 23. We're expecting snow on Tuesday, and then the temperatures will go back up. We're going to be in the 30s, and I'm not complaining because this time last year, we were below zero and it was a tad bit chilly. I got the wood stove going. I got the puppy behind me asleep on the couch because whatever she gets on the couch and the wood stove's going, that's what she does. And I shall scroll back up here to say hello to everybody that popped in today. Excuse me. Welcome, my friend. It is awesome to have you. I am doing fantastic. I hope you are doing well. Jay and Jen, what's up, brother? How you doing, Jay? Awesome to see you. If you guys are not following Jay and Jen off grid, you need to follow off grid with Jay and Jen. Because I left him a comment on one of his videos that I watched. This is a channel that I watch a lot. And I'm just amazed that I started watching Jay when he first started building his cabin. And I don't think I had started. I know I hadn't started building mine yet. And to see where he was when he started and to see where he was in the video that I just watched with his electrical system, amazing. They're wonderful people. Definitely check them out. Wisconsin FIB, how are you doing today? You're waiting? I'm here. Marcus, how you doing? It is great to see you today. Genova, welcome. It is awesome to have you here today as well. Charles and Annalyn, welcome. Glad you guys could be it. We'll be late this morning taking a friend to the doctor for this morning. Okay. How are you doing, my friend? Just got to notice the live. Beverage on ice and ready to go. Very cool. Yeah, this is Curmudgeon, Alaska. Curmudgeon, and then add AK to the end of that, and you'll see it. I'm still kind of glancing because, so I think this is like the second year that they've had this done. So Rob and Sarah live in the actual crazy bush of Alaska. To get to their house, you have to take a train where the train stops in the middle of nowhere and lets you off, and then they hike into their cabin where they live, and they live there year-round full time. And so they have a bunch of folks that live out in this remote area. And there's no way to drive there. It's outside of Talkeetna. It's basically, I guess, between Talkeetna and the mountain, Denali. And they have a gal that raises turkeys, and you sign up, and she flies her plane over and drops the turkey off from the plane at your house. And so, like the second year turkey drop. And I'm a huge fan of great television shows and great television writing. And if you've never seen it, you need to watch the episode of WKRP in Cincinnati with the Great Turkey Drop. It is the absolutely funniest television skit I've ever seen in my life. Anyway, so I'm watching Rob and Sarah, and I don't think Rob's found the turkey yet. He's out in the middle of the woods looking for this turkey. The plane flew over. We saw it drop down, like right as I was getting ready to go live. But she doesn't get too close to the cabin, so he's going to be searching for that thing for a bit. Steve Grounds, how are you doing today? It is awesome to see you, my friend. CB, Country Boy Trapped in the City, welcome. It is awesome to have you here today. Brenda Jones, glad you can make it. Awesome to see you today. Art at Deep South Alabama, brother. It's beautiful up here. You are missing Alaska in winter, and it is phenomenal. It is so comfortable this year. I was outside and basically just the thermal sleeve T-shirt with the thick Carhartt T-shirt on, and it was absolutely gorgeous out here today. Scott, glad you can make it, my friend. It is awesome to see you today as well. And there's, excuse me, he actually made it through the live. That is very, very cool. Sten Anderson, welcome, I friend. I am glad that you got here today. It is awesome to see you. Sten comments on every single video that I release. I greatly appreciate it, Sten. Wild Mountain Rose, 840, how are you doing today? It is great to have you here. Rob and Sarah could be looking for what's left of that bird for a while. They better find it today, because I'm going to tell you, he's got wolves that like patrol right around his yard. And if he doesn't find it today, there won't be a turkey there tomorrow. Jonathan Davis in Eastern Tennessee. It is awesome to have you here, my friend. The temperature in the cabin right now, folks, I don't know if you can see this or not. Let's put it up here. Oh, yeah, you can. 73 degrees Fahrenheit upstairs, 70 degrees downstairs. But what I really like is that 26 and, is that what it says? Yeah, 26 and 25% humidity. So the cabin's nice and dry. It's been staying really dry this year, even using the propane heat, because I use a buddy heater when I'm sleeping or when I'm at work so that the pup doesn't freeze and everything else doesn't freeze in here. And the humidity's really been staying low this year. Michigan Daffodil, great to see you. Glad you could be here today. Yvonne, welcome. Glad to see you. I'm glad you can make it too. Oh, you're watching with your husband. Hello, husband of Michigan Daffodil. I'm Sean. Good to meet you. Renee, welcome. It is awesome to have you here today. Redneck Builds, how are you doing, my friend? Welcome. Glad you could pop in. Blueberry Bog, hello and welcome. Karen, welcome. Glad to see you. What's up, Brother Joe? Hello, everyone. Thankful giving to you all. So if you haven't noticed, down in there, right down there, right there. Happy Thanksgiving. And I'll take a minute right now to remind you all that when you put your Christmas tree up, if you follow Sean in Alaska on Facebook, and the link is down below this video, and it's down below every video that I have to get there. Send me a message with the picture of your Christmas tree, and we will start the Christmas tree videos or the Christmas tree endings on videos as soon as I have 5 Christmas trees. I'll go ahead and I'll start those. Sounds and looks good. Audio is good. Awesome. Video right now is good. Audio and video is great. 5x5 loud and clear. Marcus, brother, what's up? Sean, do you ever look back a few years when you were in the Triven and think, how did I survive? I do. And that was one of the things that I commented to Jay from Jay and Jen was, do you ever go back and look at your old videos and see where you started and where you are today? And just to think about how miserably uncomfortable I was in that trailer trying to get this thing off the ground compared to where I am today is just an accomplishment in itself. It's awesome. Oh, you were over there. That's right. I thought I saw your name in there, Renee. First time I ever watched the turkey drop too. Sunshine, welcome. Glad to see you. You need a traffic update, Scott? Looking outside right now. The roads are mostly clear. A little bit of snow. Driving into town this morning and driving back, it was foggy. So we got lots of ice fog in the trees, which is absolutely beautiful. If you don't know what that is, it's basically, imagine all the trees have lost their leaves, and then the fog comes in and that moisture sticks to those branches and it just fluffs out. Just gorgeous. Eves, welcome. Glad you could be here today. Very good to see you. Reddick Builds wants to know, how is my solar doing? Well, when I get sun, I generate power, but unfortunately, I'm not getting much sun right now, which makes me very, very happy. I did what I did with my electrical system, and that's coming up in a future video. But since you guys are on the live, I will give you a quick update. So the original 2 batteries that I have for my system are 300 amp hour Vaderer 12 volt self-heating batteries. So I have 600 amp hours of power. And when I first tested those batteries, the first thing I did was plug the refrigerator in, because that, other than the lights, that's really all I run from that. I use it to top off my power stations that I have as well. But I usually only do that when I'm topping everything off with the generator or when I'm getting great power. So I could run that refrigerator for 9 days on that system before the system failed. And let's just call it 7.5 days, just to be on the safe side, right? I doubled it. I bought 2 more batteries from Vaderer, the same exact ones. So now I can go for 15 days without having to worry about a power failure, which means I don't have to run the generator as often. But I still run it whenever my system gets down into the 70s, 70% of charge. I'll go ahead and run it, but I got a future video coming up on that. And then Vaderer just reached out to me and they want me to test some more of their stuff. So we might be increasing the battery bank even more. I'm looking down here at the camera, see if I saw anything here. Nope, no Rob out of the woods yet. So right now I can go for 15 days. When I get sun, my power rocks. There was a couple of days last week where I got so much sun that when I came home, I checked my system and everything was at 100%, which is absolutely awesome. I couldn't ask for anything better. All in all, doing good. Thank you very much for that, Sunshine. The thumbs up helps, folks, because while I'm live, if you give thumbs up, then YouTube sees enough thumbs up during the live and they suggest it to other people. So that's the most awesome part about it. That and my, gratitude for telling me you like what I'm doing. Thumbs up, thumbs down, let me know. Greatly appreciate it. You listen on your phone and your laptop, and it's almost quadraphonic. If you see me looking over here, it's because I've got a big flat screen TV on the wall here, and you know, I wear readers because it gets a bit tough to see the small letters. So I keep glancing up here to the right so I don't click on the wrong things. Rokon, Montana, how are you doing? Montana is in the house. It is awesome to have you here today, neighbor to the south. Our American Adventures Alaska, welcome. Oops, was on your wrong channel. This is Scott. John's Touchpad, welcome. Glad you could make it, my friend. Ward, great to see you, brother. Awesome to have you here. Molly got up. She's moving over to her dog bed. Trudy, welcome. Glad you can make it today. Yep, we're doing fantastic. Molly is just an incredible pup. Incredible pup. Excuse me. Hey, Sean, mind me asking, what's the biggest challenge you faced this year, and what steps did you take to revisit or to fix it? This year wasn't as challenging as past years have been. I'm not going to lie about that. Organization in the cabin has been challenging to say the least. And now that I have the shed, and you guys saw the video on Friday, it was all dried in and everything else. I made no secret that I've already been putting stuff in there because I'm well past where I was with the videos. I've got some boxes. I'm going to start packing stuff up inside the cabin. I'm going to start getting stuff out of the cabin and putting them in storage. So that will allow me to move around in the cabin much better, and then to take on some projects in the cabin in winter. I'm thinking that where my wood stove is, let me flip this around a bit here. Okay, so the wall where my wood stove is right there, I'm thinking that whole wall is going to be wood. I think it would look nice, the wood and the stone together. So yeah, that's one project I'd like to get done. I'd like to get the upstairs bedroom done as well. So yeah, organization has been my biggest challenge this year. Arctographer, welcome. Glad you could make it. Relatively new viewer, longtime Homestead Channel viewer, starting a cabin in spring in Maine. Very cool, very cool. Avid watcher, Jay and Jen and Russell. Nice channels I watch as well. Love what you guys are doing. Inspiring. Thanks, man. I greatly appreciate it. Of anything that anybody ever says to me, when I hear that they get inspired by this knucklehead doing this, that means so much to me. You have no idea. Laurel's YouTube, welcome. Wisconsin, awesome to have you here today. You guys had a pretty mild winter so far. I know. I keep. Uh-oh, somebody coming out of the woods here? Somebody might be coming out of the woods. Hang on. Oh no, that was just a branch with some snow bobbing up and down. Rob's still looking for the turkey. Brook Trout, welcome, my friend. I hope he finds that bird as well. So we're in a live, doing a live, watching a live, and talking about the other guy's live at the same time. I freaking love YouTube. I love YouTube. Yeah. Jonathan Davis, as God is my witness, I thought turkeys could fly. Josh Dorbit, welcome, my friend. Happy Thanksgiving week to you as well. I am working. I work every year on Thanksgiving Day because I don't have any family up here with me. And I'd rather just make sure that if somebody's got family, they can take the day off. So that and the paycheck's really, really nice the next week. So yeah, I work Thanksgiving Day. So I'm working Monday through Friday, my regular schedule. I get Christmas Day off every year. And for those of you who haven't been around lives that much for me, or around the channel that much for me, or you're new, every year on Christmas Day and a lot of times on New Year's Day, but on Christmas Day for sure, I go live for like 4 hours. I go live until everybody's tired of talking to me, until my voice gives out, just to hang out with you guys on Christmas. Suzanne, welcome. Glad you can make it today. Howie at Food Forest Permaculture. How you doing, brother? It is often awesome to see you. Mr. Low Menard, how are you? I've missed why the left shed doors are angled at the top. Well, because I got creative. I kind of wanted that. I had everything framed up. I had all the plywood on there, and I could get up underneath there. And I thought, what would really look cool is if I did that angled look on the big door. for the woodshed. And so that's why I did it. It's just a couple of 2x4s cut at 45 degrees. And I just when I ran the router around, it just came out with that pattern, and it was absolutely cool. I love the way it looks. Right? There we go. With God as my witness, I thought turkeys could fly. Yeah. Going in hot, Warren. What's happening, brother? It is awesome to see your shed looking great. You have all my fingers and toes, right? I do. I'm an expert. I'm a how does Graham put it? He's a semi-professional amateur. I'm a semi-amateur amateur right now. Frank Short, it is good to see you, Frank. How are you doing today? Everybody just chiming in. I'll be listening while I'm very cool. Very cool. Listen while you're eating. What are you saying? Hi to Ward. Oh, you're finally on Facebook. Send me your tree, Joe. Send me your tree, man. Oh, the humanity. If you guys have no idea what we're talking about right now, you got to go watch the Great Turkey Drop from WKRP. Just type that into YouTube. Great Turkey Drop or WKRP Turkey Drop and watch it. You will die laughing. You will die laughing. Right, Barbara? So they're out there in the woods looking and they still can't find the turkey yet. Doyle Lindsley, how are you doing today? From Murray, Kentucky. The chickens are doing good. So I tried an experiment last year with the chickens, and I'll let you guys know how it went because I'm doing it every year going forward. One of the challenges of maintaining chickens in Alaska in this climate is keeping the water thawed out. And I was just sitting out on the deck one day and I'm watching birds land and eat snow. And I'm like, well, how do birds do it? They just eat the snow because the rivers freeze. We don't have a whole lot of flowing water when it gets super cold. And we don't have a shortage of eagles, owls, falcons. We got all kinds of birds here. So I quit giving them water because I had good snow on the ground. And I just watched them every day for a couple of days. And they were doing fine and they were thriving. And so it ended up where I just quit watering the chickens during the winter and just let them eat snow. And they do fantastic with it. So this is winter number 2 of doing that. And they've all filled back in again. Their feathers are all growing back in. Okay.
Well, I just rewatched the video.
Rob's.
I'm from over here somewhere, but I'm not seeing it.
Rob's still looking for the turkey. Anyway, so yeah, the chickens are doing fantastic.
I didn't see it anywhere.
Terry the pup's doing great. Where's she at? She's laying on the floor in front of the wood stove now. Here, I'll pick up the camera again, you guys. See that?
She released it in this area.
Molly.
It came down pretty quick.
There she is. There's your puppy cam. Slide it back over there.
Now it's the elusive turkey.
Ann O'Brien, how are you doing? From the southeast coast of Ireland. It is awesome to see you, Ann. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful holiday season. Let me turn this down here. Rob's looking still, and he's had to watch the video again so he could see where the turkey fell. And now he's still looking. I probably mentioned Les Nussman last year, but well worth mentioning again, right? Yeah. Vicky Courier, how are you doing? Vicky from Northern Florida. You're lucky to be living there. I know I am. I am very lucky to be living where I live. Dennis Rutter, how are you doing? Glad you're back doing the lives again. Yeah, this will be a regular thing now. For those who don't know, I went ahead and bit the bullet and got Starlink. So the video that I released on Friday was the first video that I uploaded from the cabin in winter using Starlink, and it was so nice and fast and comfortable, and I didn't have to pack everything to town with me, and I love it. I love it. So yeah, you're stuck with me. I'll be live. I should be able to be live during the summer too. So just a heads up. Maybe. I don't know how much we'll do lives during the summer, but we might do one pop up here and there. Jonathan wants to know what breed Molly is. She is half Rottweiler and half Australian Shepherd. So yeah, she is. Her dad was pure Rottweiler and her mom was 100% Australian Shepherd. And they had meant to get dad fixed and they waited too long. So she was part of an oops litter. Uh-oh, he might have it. He might have found the turkey. Let's turn this up and see what we got.
Right, victory.
Yep, found it.
Yeah, I'm panting because I'm going up and down these hills and it's quite steep out here.
Hang on.
Yep. In a burlap sack.
There it is.
What happened is it went behind a fallen tree. And what I saw was all the pieces of the bird parts.
Okay, let me escape out of that.
Come on, start seeing the house.
So the turkey has been located. Everything is safe at Curmudgeon. Philip Jennings, how are you doing today? Glad you could make it from Kingsport, Tennessee. You guys are back. Right on. Did you feel last week's earthquake? Yeah. Actually, it was yesterday. Yeah, we had one yesterday. So I was on the couch. Molly jumped up on the couch and she was like attacking me, and stopped, and the house was shaking. And I'm like, wow, okay. It wasn't even a 5, so it wasn't a big one. As far as I know, there was 0 damage. But yeah, I did feel it. I feel we have a lot of earthquakes up here. Thanks, CB. I'm pretty happy. I'm pretty happy with how things have been working out. I mean, if I could convince anybody of anything, if you have a dream or a goal and you don't know how to do it, teach yourself. You can learn, especially on YouTube. I will tell you that probably 80% of what I have learned without physically doing it, but learned how it was supposed to be, was off of YouTube. And the other, physical learning how to do it was from that knucklehead Ward that's over in the chat there. He showed me all kinds of tips and tricks and made it a whole lot easier for me to do this. I'm well moved to the citrus and banana inside. Abundant crops this year. Just brought new RV. So, oh, nice. Very nice, man. You'll have a blast. I'm jealous. Steelhead fishing. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Minnesota Meg off grid. How are you doing today? From Minnesota, I'm glad my recliner time coincides with your live time again. Enjoy watching your videos and Luna up. Thank you very much, Meg. I greatly appreciate it. I don't have a recliner, and the reason why I don't have a recliner is because I know that if I had one and I sat in it every day when I came home, I'd be done for the day. It'd be over. Yep, just saw that. Just saw that he got it. Everybody, yep, you found the turkey. Karen, she does. Whenever I get the wood stove going, that's her spot. And when the wood stove's not going, she lays down over in front of the buddy heater. She likes that deep warmth. But she'll play in the snow for hours. I mean, hours. She gets mad if she has to come in. She just wants to be out there playing all day long. Over here in Hancock County, we have turkeys that will glide from one side of the mountaintop to the base of another across the valley, but no flying turkeys. Yeah, I get they can fly, right? But they don't really fly. They, like, if they're spooked, they'll take off and they're like quail. That would be the best way to describe them. If you've ever seen quail, they do more walking on the ground than they actually do flying in the air. A rotten shepherd, or a Shepwilder, or Shepweiler. There we go. What we got going here? Henry Leslie, Vermont. Welcome, my friend. It is good to have you here today. Maryland Place, welcome. Glad you could get here. You're never late. You're never early. When you get here and you hang out for as long as you can, you're always appreciated. I caught up. There's Rob. Hey, Rob, I just want you to know that everybody on my live was watching you trudge through the woods to find the turkey. So, yeah, I announced the turkey was found, and the viewers were watching too. They announced the turkey was found. That is crazy, brother. That is absolutely crazy. If you guys have not done so, you need to follow Rob over at Curmudgeon. Rob and Sarah are wonderful people, and he's always got something interesting going on. Yep. Congrats on the turkey hunt. Chris, welcome, my friend. It is good to have you here today. Look at a button here. Show. Uh-oh. I hope it's working. Jay and Jen made it back. I might be having an issue here. There we go. How's the stream been? Is it breaking up? Is it clear still? Is the audio still clear? I'm curious how it's going, because I could do a quick speed test here via my phone. Let's see here. and we'll see. Sarge Fry, welcome. Great to see you. I'm connected to the internet. Go. Oh, nice. 14-pound bird. Very cool. Looks like everything's going pretty good. Stream video pauses on occasion, but audio is steady. Okay, good. Because I was just trying to click to pull up. I have a button that I can click on here in the chat that will pull up comments like Rob's right there. And nothing was working there for a minute. Clear, good on your end. So I clicked that button. There it goes. It just took a minute for it to come up, but it wasn't coming up at all before. All right, cool. This is all new to me. This is pretty awesome. Technology is incredible. Where I've seen it go in my lifetime is just phenomenal. Yes, Ward, I got the shelf fixed. So for those that didn't know, Sean couldn't measure again. And when I measured my shelves out, I wanted them 24-inch deep. I ripped my plywood to 24 inches and I put them on there and realized I didn't account for one of the 2x4s going across. So yesterday I got home, or yesterday I was home and I fired up the generator and grabbed the skill saw and took that 1.5 inches off and everything lined up perfectly. So I've been stacking stuff on the shelves. We have that deal that every grocery store in America has, right? Where you spend, for us, you spend $150 and you get a free turkey. So I spent the $150 because I needed groceries anyway, and I got a free turkey. It's in my freezer. It'll probably sit there till summer. I'll probably barbecue it outside during the summer. I'll smoke it with apple wood or something. But turkey once a year is once a year enough for me. I'm a ham guy too. Ham and prime rib. Oh, I love prime rib. So far, the last 5 minutes, so far, so good for the last 5 minutes of stream. Thanks, Jer. Thank you very much. Much appreciated, Jay. I'm telling you guys, if you want to learn anything about solar, Jay and Jen Off Grid. I've learned so much watching his videos. I've learned a lot of what not to do. And then Jay will send me messages and say, hey, buddy, you might want to do it this way. But I've learned a ton from you, Jay. It's incredible. My dad was a wild turkey 101 man. So, yeah, I know exactly which wild turkey you're talking about. John, welcome. It is awesome to see you today. 55 in Wisconsin and 35 for low. Love the shed build, and you better use plastic totes to store stuff in because of the mice. I bought 4 of them. I'll get more. But I walked into Home Depot, the orange store, and they had the big 27-gallon totes with lid included for $6.97 each. So I bought 4 of them. And that'll be enough to get me started. I want to get some shallow ones too, for like the electrical and plumbing and that kind of stuff, so that I'll have a box for everything instead of having to dig through all my junk in that freaking room. It drives me insane. That in itself is going to be worth every expense that it was to build that shed, which was not. I think I might have stated this last week, but I'm looking at either $5,000 or $6,000 total for that shed, and that is 10 feet wide by 24 feet long. And super tall ceiling in the front down to a 7-foot ceiling in the back. So yeah, I'm very pleased with it all the way around. Mike McKinley, glad you can make it. Awesome to have you here today. Wow, $400 to get a free turkey. That's expensive. That's crazy. You just spend $100 and buy the turkey. Larry, it's either Larry Herbert or Larry Abear. You're from East Texas, so I'm going to guess it might be Abear. That's my guess right there. Tell me if I'm right, Larry. Welcome, my friend. Glad to have you here today. White Rabbit, welcome. And I am located on Alaska's Kenai Peninsula, outside of the town of Soldotna, Alaska. So if you look on a map and you see Anchorage at the top of the Cook Inlet, you see a big piece that kind of bumps out. That is the Kenai Peninsula, and that's where I live. Minnesota Meg says, got a free turkey. It'll be my first time ever at almost 50 to make one. Core childhood memory was my mom gagging, taking the stuffing out of it. Hoping I do better. The difference between stuffing and dressing is stuffing is dressing cooked in the bird. If you don't cook it in the bird, it's dressing. If you cook it in the bird, it's stuffing. And I'll tell you what, the greatest recipe that I've ever used for cooking a turkey was on Weber on their website, Weber Nation or whatever it was, the Weber Barbecue website, and it's a applewood smoked turkey with big time gravy, and it's absolutely delicious, moist, incredible. I loved it. That's how I do my turkeys every year when I do them. Fitzy, welcome. Glad you could make it. Howdy, Sean. Looks like your shed is ready for winter. How's the front door to the cabin? Will it still frost up this winter? I'll get frost on it. It's a metal door, and it's going to frost no matter what I do, which is the reason why that door is going to go on the woodshed in the storage part, and then I'll buy a brand new door for the front of this because I never really sealed it properly. I don't think so. I'm looking to fix that error that I have. Yeah, but I'm looking for it to freeze. But like I said, the temperatures this winter so far have been pretty mild. I'm not upset at all with our temperatures. Oh, your sister lives in Tok. Very cool. Tok is a cold, cold area. For those not familiar with it, if you're on Facebook, Tok, Tok, Alaska, has a website. And if you want to see some crazy temperatures, follow the Tok, Alaska Facebook page. You'll see some crazy temperatures. That was truly one of the first areas I looked at moving to. When I came to Alaska, I thought I might open. I have a background as a baker and a donut maker. I own bakeries, donut shops. I've been a professional baker and donut maker for years, and a full line scratch baker. You know, breads, cakes, cookies, pies, everything, decorating the whole ball of wax. And I thought it would be fun to open up a donut shop in Tok and get all that RV traffic all summer long, and then just close it in the winter. But then I realized I had to get a job to work to be able to live up here. So that went away real quick. You know, I haven't had much snow. The snowfall total so far, I'll say that right now on the ground, probably got 4 inches, 5 inches. So we got like an inch the other day, but really fluffy stuff. So I mean, we don't have real deep snow yet, but it won't be gone now until March. Scroll through here. Terry wants to know, are there any plans for upper storage in the shed, Sean? One of the things I was thinking about doing is it would be nice to be able to put some racks across the top and slide lumber up there, where I could keep long pieces of lumber up and out of the way. But I also have the back for underneath the overhang in the back where I could do some of that as well. But I'd like to have that for like ladder storage and stuff outside, and maybe put a false ceiling in there that I could slide long unwieldy materials on. I'm dying laughing, dude. That was absolutely epic. That was absolutely epic, Rob. You need the target though, man. I like the idea of putting a target out there next year, a big old red X or something, and then she could kind of gauge herself to try and hit that target every year. That would be awesome. That would be awesome. Oh, I got it wrong. Okay, it's Herbert, not Abear. Okay, I thought when you said that you were from that part of Texas, like, okay, it could be, that kind of French influence over there in Louisiana. But okay, it's Herbert. Oh, you're from Canada. Nice, nice. That's a big move, though, man. Texas to Canada is a big move. I moved from Fairbanks, Alaska to Houston, Texas, and that was a huge difference. Thanks, man. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling real good lately. The ups and downs. You get older, things hurt. Sometimes you twist wrong and they hurt for weeks. Sometimes you bend over to pick up a pencil and you hurt for weeks. But I've had a pretty lucky season so far. Selena, how are you doing? Hey, where's the party? Oh, okay, very cool. That was in response to the other one. Larry wants to know how it is working out with the neighbor, knowing what the issue with the property lines. He's a great guy. He's an incredibly great guy. So he reimbursed me for half of the survey. He didn't have to. I was going to get it done anyway, but he reimbursed me for half of that survey out of his pocket. He's been nothing but a wonderful individual. He's building next year. He's just going to use the place probably during the summers, during fishing season. But he's going to be building next year, and he's already told me and my neighbor Todd across the street if we need anything from down south brought up, let him know. He'll pick it up for us, and then he'll bring it up in his container because he's going to have another container brought up. Super great guy. Super great guy. I couldn't have got. I don't think I could have got any luckier with the neighbor that I got. Tim asked the question when I'm installing a bathroom. That's part of the reason why I built the storage shed, so I can get everything out of the room that it's in, because that's the bathroom. So I need to get that cleaned out. Then I could start working on it. I'd like to get a shower and a tub installed. I'd like to get a toilet installed, none of which will be used this winter because I don't have running water yet. But I'd like to get everything built. So that's what I'm working on during the winter. That room, and then, like I said, this front wall, and then probably the wall above the bed in the bedroom up there. I'm thinking that one I'm going to do sheetrock and paint it white so that I can get a little bit of reflective light in here. I like having some rooms with some light color in them, and I don't want to do all wood on the cabin. I don't mind it. It's great for me. But you know, I hope not to be single the rest of my entire life, and I don't know that that's a big thing for most women, having nothing but wood. And B, when I do kick the bucket, my kids get this place, and I want them to be able to enjoy it too. Carol L, welcome. It is good to see you today. Glad you could be here. Sean, have you got plans for lighting up the shed inside and out? Not really the outside, because I have a big floodlight that's a motion sensor light out here right now. That when it comes on, it lights up the whole outside. This whole driveway area gets lit up. And then during the summer, I don't need it because we don't really get that dark. But inside, what I'm planning on doing is I'm going to run power from the cabin over to the shed, and then I'll probably put one light overhead in the woodshed side, and then I'll light the storage room much better because I'd like to get a nice freezer and put it out there. And then my thought process is I'm going to get a stand-up freezer because I don't like digging through a freezer to find everything I need, because whatever you need in a chest freezer is always at the bottom. It drives me insane. But with a stand-up freezer during the winter, when I'm not making a whole lot of solar, it won't run that much being outside because that's uninsulated. It's nice and cold out there. It'll stay cold out there. During the summer, when it will run, I have an unbelievable amount of sunlight that I never have to worry about power. So I'm thinking that that's where I would put a freezer, is out there in the storage room. So yeah, those are kind of my plans. All he did, Michigan Daffodils asking, how much, if any, did my new neighbor build this summer? All he did was he didn't build anything. He had hired a couple of local guys to come out there with heavy equipment and level everything out for pads for building for next year. So all he did was kind of leveled the stuff out to get the groundwork done. What part of Canada were you in, Larry? Too much snow, though. I know what you mean, man. But the humidity, well, I don't know. It depends on how north you are in East Texas, I guess. I was in Houston. The humidity was just ridiculous. Yvonne, have a great week as well. Happy Thanksgiving to you. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody out there. Thanks for spending your afternoon with me here today for this 40 minutes or so, this hour that we're going to be done. I use oak and maple to smoke my meat and smoke my turkey and chickens. I've used oak a little bit, but we had white oak in California. I didn't really care for the smoke that came off of it. I love applewood. I love hickory. Hickory for pork products. It's just the sweetness that I get from that is incredible. And then pecan. Pecan is just yummy smoking wood. That's what I want. I want to build a smoker next year too. A big smoker. A big smoker. Raquel, welcome. Glad you could make it today. Awesome to see you as well. I am Michigan Daffodil. I'm telling you what, my move to Alaska has just really been the right thing for my life. We get 32 and light snow from you right now. Okay. Wayne Warrow, welcome, my friend. Glad to see you. Hi from Ontario near Raspberry Rock. Very cool. Very cool. I haven't really gotten back into the sourdough baking thing. The cabin needs to get organized. I I'm not a messy person, and I know I say that when you guys just watch me spend the whole summer with just a disaster in my front yard. It drives me absolutely insane to have messes and clutter everywhere. So much to the point where I will get frustrated and I'll back my truck up and I'll just start throwing stuff into the back of the truck and take it to the dumps. I can't stand it. So until I get a little more organized in the cabin, I'm not going to be doing any more bacon, cheese making, brewing beer. I'm going to hold off on all of that until I get the rest of this done and cleaned up. Christmas lights outside, I don't do that. If I did, well, I haven't done that. I did the Christmas tree outside the first year that I was on the property in the trailer. And it was pretty cool because it was just this tree sitting off in the woods where the garden is now, by the way, sitting off in the woods by itself, and I had Christmas tree lights on it. I might do that again. I'm not going to do any this year, but I might put some lights on the shed in the cabin next year. Maybe we'll do that next year. Maybe I'll do that next year. Henry, you as well, my friend. Awesome to see you. Awesome to see all you guys. I can run Renee. I can run a lot of stuff on solar, especially since most of that stuff now is LED and the power requirements are so light, so minimal. It's crazy. So yeah, I can run quite a bit of them, quite a bit of things here at the cabin now. Like I said, I've got back to solar again, and so panels are cheap and easy. The most expensive part of solar is the storage, right? So um, the more battery storage I have, the better. And right now I'm at 15 days. So, I mean, honestly, I could run a generator twice a week and call it good, just for a couple of hours, and be absolutely fine. So, yeah, it wouldn't be a problem to run them on solar. Yeah, Jay, that's the big issue, right? So I said that earlier, and if you look down here, it'll come back. It'll come back around again here in a minute. On the banner down at the bottom, it'll tell you everything you need to know about when the sun comes up, when the sun goes down. And I do this every week. We have 1 month left of getting shorter days. So sunrise is at 9:29 a.m. and sunsets at 4:14. That's only 6 hours and 47 minutes of daylight. So the good thing is I don't have a whole lot of power usage. The bad thing is that I couldn't replenish it with the sun right now, even if it was clear every day. I probably would not be able to replenish it at this point unless it was just absolutely intense sunlight. But I have bifacial panels, which means I get a little bit more from the back of the panel and the reflection off the snow. But yeah, not long days right now. Our shortest day of the year, I believe, is December 21st. So 1 month away from there, the days will keep getting shorter. And then after December 21st, as far as I'm concerned, in my head, winter's over, because the days start getting longer again. And that's just how I deal with it. See you, Ward. Okay, so the way you send Christmas tree pictures to me is you follow me on Facebook. This is the absolute easiest way, and I'll tell you another way when we're done. You follow me on Facebook. There's a link to the Facebook page down below in every one of my videos. So in the About section, when you're reading the Show More section, I have a couple of links down there. You follow that to get to the Facebook page. You follow the Facebook page and send me a picture of the Christmas tree in a message on there. And I try to answer every message I get on the Facebook page. If you are not a fan of Facebook and you do not use Facebook, then you can, down below, you will also find my email address. And you can email me the picture and I will use it. I will put it up the same way. I don't give people's names out when I do this. So all I do is I show pictures of the trees. You will remain completely anonymous. But yeah, you can do it that way. Either way. Oh yeah, you were in cold and snowy weather, Larry. Northern BC. Oh, very cool. Very cool. It is. Alaska's I've been in a lot of states in the United States, and Alaska is by far one of the most beautiful I've ever seen. It's one of the most beautiful places I've ever seen on Earth. Long's Quest from Elgin, South Carolina. Welcome, my friend. Glad to have you here today. Hope you're having a fantastic weekend. Jonathan, it's Alaska. The odds are good that the goods are odd. No problem, Jay. Not at all. I usually, when I start the video or when I start the live, I read out what's on the banner down below, and I just update that every week. Kevin Wright from Mount Pleasant, how are you doing? The weather's 39 degrees. At night, you're 28. Have a beautiful day. You as well, my friend. Does Molly whine much when you head up to bed? My dog would have lost his shitzel to be left alone, knowing I was close. He was tough. Or he was, though, kind of a Velcro dog, too. So Molly's a Velcro dog as well. If I stand up, she will be right next to me. If I walk outside, she really gets upset if she can't go with me. She might get a little whiny, but not loud. The first week, yeah. The first week, yelling and screaming and whining, but I can sleep through that. So, but now she's really kind of mellowed out. If I don't get up, though, even on my day off, if I'm not out of bed by 4 in the morning, she doesn't understand that. So she starts barking. Oh, did they? They beat the Eagles. Wow. I'm a Vikings fan, so I don't have much to celebrate this year. Any numbers on solar input on cloudy winter days, even a little bit or zero? I'm still getting a little bit of power every day. Even like today was overcast all day long. We had fog and everything. And I got home and I opened my app. I don't think I'll have anything coming in now, but I'll take a peek right now. Everything I have is on apps, which is super awesome because at a glance, I can tell you exactly where I'm at with all this stuff. So when I open up I have Victron charge controllers. So right now I'm drawing in nothing. On the solar panels that are in the field next door at the neighbors where he cleared all my property over there, I made 60 watt hours today. So I didn't make much at all. And the ones that I have over here towards the front of the shed, I made 30 watt hours. So yeah, I didn't make much power at all today, but, and I can go back and look at that. Hang on a second. I know we're talking apples and oranges to a lot of folks out there. When I look in my history, I can tell you, let's scroll it that way, that on the 12th and the 13th, I was making so much power that both of those days I was at 100%. It was just basically on float for the rest of the day. The 15th was a good day. The 11th was a good day. The 27th of October was off the hook. I was making almost 2 kilowatts that day. And that was just from one set of panels. But my lifetime total so far is 126 kilowatt hours off of the 2 panels that are over there. And so, yeah, I'm still making some power. I'm just, any free power is worth it, but it's not something that I could continually survive on. Karen, welcome. Glad to see you. Glad you can make it today. A member for 7 months. Very cool. I saw that the Lions won in overtime. Brooktrout, happy Thanksgiving to you as well, my friend. Right, Meg? Us Minnesota Vikings fans, we rarely have much to celebrate. We thrive in making headway than losing it all. I don't know. My oldest daughter is also a diehard Vikings fan, and I just kind of unloaded on her today because I think we made some serious mistakes this year in personnel, and that's really all I want to say about that. Holy smokes! Oh no, it's only 51 minutes. I just looked up there and I said, "How much? What's the time on that?" I thought it was like on for an hour and a half. Oh my gosh! Anyway, anybody else got any question? Any comments? Any concerns? Want to figure anything out? Any questions from last week's video? Like I said, I'm quite a bit ahead, which is a nice feeling to have because usually I'm struggling every week to get everything done and recorded before I can edit a video. Lately, I've been getting the videos edited on Monday, giving them kind of a final view through on Tuesday and uploading them on Wednesday. And if you're a member, you get to see them right after they're done processing and they're uploaded. You get to see them right away. And if you're not a member, then you get to watch it on Friday like they always have been. Mind me asking about your generator. Not sure if the OPS is still working out for you. I have the OPS still down here at my feet. It's plugged in and it's actually running the camera right now on here. And then I've got the A-Free next to it, and that's running everything else right now. So, I mean, I'm pretty happy with both of them. A-Free reached out to me and wants me to test another one of their units. I might take them up on that. I I don't really have the use for them that I did in the beginning because I have a full system in the cabin now. So I have a full setup of power that I could use all the time. But they're nice to have if I want to go out, if I want to take them outside during the summer and do stuff out there too. So I might do something with them, but they're working fantastic. Some solar watts is better than zero. Can't wait to see a full setup. What was the daily watts on the fridge? I don't know exactly what my daily watts are, but I will tell you that when the fridge is on, it runs 100 watts of power off of my inverter, and that translates on a 12-volt system basically to every 10 watts is an amp because of the conversion. So, from 12 volt up to 110, and that's why if you're going to run a full house, you don't run it on a 12-volt system. You run it on a 48-volt system because your loss is much less. So it'll run maybe once an hour for a certain period of time. I actually don't know what the draw is. All I can tell you is it took 9 days to drain those batteries, just running the refrigerator alone. Karen, the ladies are doing fantastic. There we go. Sarge Fry, 12 days, 5 hours, 8 minutes. Karen, the ladies are doing fantastic. They're getting nice and filled back in again with all of their feathers after their traditional October molt, which drives me insane, but they're doing good. Thanks, Henry. Greatly appreciate it, man. Greatly appreciate it. Lucy, welcome. Glad you can make it today. I'm telling you, Jay, I love Starlink. It's incredible. Here's the thing, the best thing about Starlink for me right now, to everybody out there watching this, is that when this live is over, I'm going to walk outside and I'm going to grab the dish. I'm going to unplug it. I'm going to wrap up the wire so that way the moose can't drag my wiring through the yard. And then I'm going to put it away and I won't have it out. I won't have it connected again until Wednesday when I upload video. It's so nice. It is so awesome. I love it. I absolutely love it. I haven't had a bear problem this close to the river. They have more of a bear problem the further away from the river, and I don't know what that is from, to be honest with you. But folks have lost entire chicken coops and the whole ball of wax in my area due to bears. But I've never seen one on the property. I've never seen tracks for one on the property since I've been on here. But moose just drive me insane because they're so big. They're just big, clumsy, goofy horses. Yeah, it was supposed to snow pretty good in Fairbanks this week. I don't know whether or not those storms took effect or not, but there was snow moving into Fairbanks this week. I don't know if you watch the National Weather Service for Alaska, but they do a forecast every night, and I watch it every night to see what's going on. They're pretty darn accurate, and that's where I get all my weather from. That and the app on my phone, but the National Weather Service for Alaska is much more accurate. I should share the link. I'll share their page in the community member section on the YouTube page. In the yard, I haven't seen any moose for a couple of weeks, but I saw one this morning on my way into town, and I saw one yesterday on my way into town. So they're all over. Moose are thick as flies around here. Is there a solar panel set especially for low sun areas like Alaska in winter? Are all solar systems kind of the same? You need X amount of sunshine to generate electricity to make it worth the buy. The second part. There is no specialized panels that I'm aware of for the state. The way solar works is off the sun. And if you don't have any sun, you're not going to get any solar. So that's why for me in the summer, it's ridiculous how much power I generate. And then in the winter, it's ridiculous how much power I don't generate. Yeah, so I don't really think there's anything specific to Alaska. Just making sure that your panels are at the right angle for the sun. So right now, I just moved them up yesterday to 10 degrees because the sun is so low on the horizon, you want them almost up straight up and down. During the summer, way down because the sun is up overhead the whole summer long. So. Craig, what's happening, man? You should be able to smell it across the river. Alder is awesome for fish. Alder is awesome for fish. Smoking sockeye. Nice. So glad you're fully set up nicely for your electrical intake system there, Sean, and you're thriving. I know. It's such a difference, man. It's such a difference, excuse me. It is so crazy. I could. Could you get regular TV on Starlink? I probably could, but I don't really watch regular TV. I watch movies and I watch shows. So I'll see a show that looks interesting to me and I'll watch it. And I do it the way you're not supposed to do it, but it's the way I've always done it. So I don't really watch regular television at all, but I could very easily with the setup that I have now. Hillbilly Hippie One, brother from another mother. I love your progress, Sean. Been here since day one. That is awesome, my friend. Very cool. Very cool. I've been here since day one, too. That's two of us. Scott at Hester's Garage. What's happening, brother? It is awesome to see you today. Yeah, I just saw the Alaska long range forecast, and we're in La Nina, or yeah, I think we're in La Nina up here. And so basically, what that means is we're going to have uh, a milder temperature winter and more moisture. And I can believe it because, like I said, the last couple of years we've been below zero by now. And this year, well, Thanksgiving Day we're going to be in the 30s. So yeah, it's crazy weather, right? Everybody wants to talk about it. Nobody wants to do anything. Christy, welcome. Glad to see you. Glad you could pop in. Fitzy, I don't know. So I've made no secret. I worked with Vader on the first set of batteries that I put in here, and I got them for free by doing a video for him. And we've communicated back and forth quite a bit since then. It was a great video for me. It was a great video for them to sell batteries. It worked out really well for both of us. And they want me to. She sent me a link and she said, "Go on the website and pick out the next thing you want. We want to work with you again. Pick out a product, and we'll send it up to you." And they have a 460 amp hour battery. That I'm really thinking that would be nice to try. Now, I don't know how much bigger they get than that. That's going to be a heavy battery, but you could buy 100 amp hour batteries all the way up to at least 460 amp hour batteries. So the more storage you have, the less often you have to charge them, but the longer they take to charge if you let them run down, if that makes sense. Right? Steve was here before you, I think. Hey, excuse me. Happy Thanksgiving to you as well, my friend. We have just hit the hour mark. I'm going to try and catch up with all the comments I got in here. Rob saying, glad I caught some of the live. Thank you for popping over. Always, brother. You know that. I told you, anytime I see you live, if I can do so, I'm jumping in there because I enjoy your company, even if it's on the lives, man. I enjoy hanging out with you. That's going to wrap it up for me this week, folks. Scrolling down through real quick. Don't forget, if you get your Christmas tree put up after Thanksgiving and you want to get it put in, what I do is, if you haven't seen it before, I put them at the end of my Christmas videos and they stay on the channel forever and ever and ever. And a little bit of Christmas music and some Christmas trees and some cheer and joy. I love Christmas. It's my favorite holiday. Get it to me. Down below this video and below every one of my videos is a link to the Sean in Alaska Facebook page. So you can follow me there and then just send it in a message, or my email address, and you can just email me the picture if you're not a fan of Facebook and you're not on there. And I will make sure that it gets onto the videos and your name is never put on with it. I love every single tree. If you don't think your tree is worthy, you are wrong. Your tree is worthy. If you put up a tree, I don't care what it looks like. It's a great Christmas tree. With that said, happy Thanksgiving to all of you. I hope you have a fantastic week. Thanks for the constant support, the constant encouragement on the channel. I greatly appreciate it. I am Sean in Alaska, and we'll do this again next Sunday. Have a great day, folks. I am going to get out the door. We'll see you. Talk to you guys later.